carrying the show the last 2 games. I am greatly appreciative. And you know what? I have good timing. I missed the 2 worst games of the year.
Yeah.
So, hey, don't think I don't know what I'm doing, okay?
You got good timing, buddy. You got any lottery numbers for me for tomorrow night?
Yeah. Well, if I do, I'm going to use them on myself first, okay? I can promise you that.
Fair. Fair enough.
57-40. I don't know what to say about this game. Atlanta's got no one playing. I mean, they don't have Trae Young. They got with a couple of other guys. And I'm not going to say the Kings are going to win this game because there's been too many crazy things, but I can't understand how they could possibly lose this game with the way they're playing and with the way the Hawks are playing. And I know I say that before and we get bit all the time, right? But I can't imagine them losing this one.
Yeah, you clearly haven't watched the last couple post-game shows. No, I'm just kidding. Grant, when I look at the box score at the half and I look at a game like this that's funky, as you laid out, I look at the fundamentals. I look at assists, turnovers, field goal percentage. To me, the Kings should be up more than 17 when you have a team that's shooting 24% from the field.
13 assists is not a lot. 5 turnovers. You had a Harrison Barnes sighting, probably his most productive offensive game since opening day against the Utah Jazz. But right now it is 57-40. And again, the Kings have a brutal stretch coming up after this game. Brutal. Long road trip, longest of the year. Then they come home for 1 game against or 2 games, and then they're right back out on the road for 3 leading up to the All-Star break. So this is a critical stretch. Sacramento is currently 8th in the West, and you cannot, and we keep on saying this, you cannot give away games like this. You just can't.
Yeah, you're flirting with the biggest losing streak you've had in 2 years, but they've got to get it together in this second half and go into this next stretch with it clean.
All right, it's great to have Jerry Reynolds. And by the way, if you want to get in on the program, there's the QR code for you, and I'll hide that because I don't want to cover up Jerry's beautiful face. But Jerry, how are you today? Jerry, you there?
No.
Jerry, we hear you. Can you hear us?
We got you, Jerry.
No audio.
All right, I'm going to put him in the audience for a minute, and then we'll get right back to him. Yeah, no audio. So we'll be all right. He's due to have a technical snafu. I've had more than my first share over the last couple of weeks, so I'm not gonna make fun of Jerry anymore. I can't do that, you know.
You better have some wood around you somewhere to knock on if you're going.
Jay says, nice first half. Glad to see us dominating a weaker team. Now we need 2 more solid quarters. Yeah, you know what? Very true. You know, again, here it is. Yeah, you're right on, Jay. Barnes is on tonight. Yes, he is. No question. Barnes will score 2 more points, guarantee it. Don't be negative. Come on, that's my job, you know?
Yeah.
Stop it with this has to be the best defensive half for the Kings this year. Let's not get carried away, all right? You're playing an injury-depleted, Atlanta Hawks team. But again, if you want to get in on the program, there is the QR code for you, and you can join us here at the intermission. Listen, I don't want to nitpick here, but I'm going to because the guy has not been playing well. De'Aaron Fox doesn't look right, does he?
No, something's off, Grant, and it doesn't seem to be physical. It doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate, but it just if this team is going to take off, Ryan, like they did after the All-Star break last year, and now we have to hope they take off before the All-Star break, you got to have De'Aaron Fox playing at a higher level than he is right now.
Yeah, I mean, you already are asking so much of Malik Monk to be for so much of him of this team. So when De'Aaron's not playing well, that means Malik needs to pick up the playmaking and assists. So Fox has got to be better. Hopefully he will be better.
And, you could also, this is a good night to pick up a game on. Right now the Suns are losing at home. Well, they just went ahead as I say that, but that's going down to the wire. The Timberwolves lost. The Mavericks lost. So, you can maybe pick up a game on the field, So you can't make up a 4-game losing streak in 1 game, but you can start.
No.
And you can carry this on to the next game. And you're going to be going into a Golden State game that's dealing with a lot of emotions in that locker room after losing their assistant coach. All right, let's see if we can get Jerry back. Jerry, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys good. Can you hear me?
Good. Yep, we hear you, Jerry. Not only do you sound good, you look good. So it's the double daily for you, the daily double.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, I'm a pretty man. You guys know that.
Your thoughts on the first half, Jerry?
Well, quite honestly, very boring game.
Yeah,
Thank goodness for Harrison Barnes. I mean, he's created the separation. Fox and Sabonis, Keegan, you're really not getting any offense from those guys, but it's also good you're playing a team that can't make a shot, the
right.
Hawks. So I think both teams. I think the Kings to win is going to have to play a better half. I can't believe the Hawks can. They're not a strong team, but they'll make shots better in the second half. So really, Fox and Sabonis and Keegan have got to join the offensive party.
Jerry, Ryan and me were just talking about Fox. He doesn't look right. What do you see with De'Aaron Fox right now, Jerry?
Yeah, I'm with you guys, and friend I was talking to on the other day, and Michael Brown. We talked basketball a little bit, and then we were talking about him. I just think he looks injured. It may be minor, but I think with any player that has, it's one of those things, a bruised heel. Well, you can still play, but you can't play at the same level. And I think that seems to be to me, because I don't see him busting by guys off the dribble getting to the basket. He's even, being challenged on his little 15-foot shots a lot more. We've seen the past few games. He's getting his shot blocked even a couple times. So, yeah, he doesn't himself. And I thought, just take it one step further, I think it shows up more on defense even than offense. I thought the other game against the Pacers, TJ McConnell, that just wasn't, he was getting beat too easily, and he just wasn't moving well. And so that's usually where it shows up first for most guys.
And Ryan, the Kings with their schedule right now, they don't really have the luxury of giving Fox a couple of days off because of this losing streak. You don't want him on the floor if he's going to hurt the team or make any possible injury worse. But the Kings right now, I can't imagine this team if they didn't have De'Aaron Fox coming up on this road trip. That would be dreadful.
It would be awful, Grant. How much more time do you need? They've only had two games in basic. Yeah. They've only had 2 games in basically a week, Grant. So this has been a stretch where you would heal up normally.
I know.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough stretch.
Well, as Jerry said, I think the Kings are going to have to play better. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And
Jerry, it's a brutal stretch. And Jerry, not only this road trip.
Well, the thing it's we've all said this in the past about games. Sometimes, it's a big game, a must win. Well, the truth is this game, it is a must win. I know it's just halfway through the season, but with the schedule going forward, this is a must win.
It is a must win. When you lose 4 games in a row, the fashion the way Sacramento lost it, and you have this daunting road trip with a lot of travel and a lot of games, and then you get right back on the road before the All-Star break. I think this whole stretch is critical. Again, we have to point this out. The Kings are 8th in the West right now. That's what a 4-game losing streak did. It knocked you from 4th to 8th in the West. That's where we're at.
Yeah, Grant, and for the month of January, they've already matched 6 losses, which is the most they've had for any month this season.
Yeah. Jerry?
Yeah, Neil, the other thing is teams like the Utah Jazz are really putting it together behind. That's this West, other than, San Antonio, they're dead in the water, and Portland, pretty much everybody else is a serious contender. The Warriors, will get it going better at some point, as will the Lakers. So Kings just can't afford to go on a 6-9 stretch or 5-10, anything like that.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're hoping that they stop the bleeding tonight. That's Jerry Reynolds. I'm Ryan in Sacktown. This is the halftime show on If You Don't Like That. And there's Mr. Napier back with us.
We're moving boxes tonight.
I love it. Well, Jerry, Jerry, as long as you're on, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter where Ryan and me are. What matters is where is Jerry Reynolds on the screen. That's the only thing that matters.
Well, yeah, that's no doubt. I mean, I think I need a bigger box. I mean, I've got to get you guys.
Hey, we
you
can
guys in a little bitty tiny box.
Mr. Reynolds, we can make this happen at a click of the fingers. So you just be real careful. We got many tricks up our sleeves.
Yeah, well, like I say, high def did not help me in Grant's career. Let's put it that way.
No, you're right about that. It was bad. All right, what's final score, guys? Jerry, let's start with you. Give me a final score tonight.
110 to 98 Kings.
All right,
wow.
I'm gonna go Kings 107, Atlanta 101.
Well, you guys got low scoring totals for the Kings, huh? Why? I'm just going to ask you both. Why such low score for the Kings?
I'm just not sure they're going to get totally untracked. And I mean, to get up to the 120, where Sabonis and Fox have got to have both have to have big halves.
All right. I'm going to say Sacramento wins this one 119 to 94.
All right. And Grant, to answer your question, free throws. The Kings have only taken 4 in the first half.
Okay. Well, did they get to the basket enough, guys, or is it because they're a jump shooting team? Why is that?
Pretty much they're a jump shooting team. I mean, they really didn't really go to the basket any. And, that's, it's one of those things that is a weakness, especially late in games, finding ways to get to the line when you're struggling offensively. So we'll see how it goes in the second half.
All right. We're going to be Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, they had 26 points in the paint, and I felt like a lot of the action was towards the basket, especially with Harrison in the mid-range. So they've got to pick up fouls. They've got to be more physical.
All right, we're going to be right back here at post-game show. Jerry, thank you very much. We appreciate your insight, and we'll talk to you Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
Sure will. I'm just glad I finally got on. Man, you guys, I thought you was really phasing me out. I was a little hurt there for a while, but I'll get over it.
Yeah, we're never phasing you out, Jerry. The only person that can phase you out is you. We're not phasing you out, okay?
All right. See you guys.
All right. Ryan, we'll look forward to having you on after the game. That game in Phoenix, by the way, is going down to the wire. Durant just hit a 3 with 29 seconds left, and the Suns now lead 113 to 111. So go Bulls, go Kings, and we'll see you right after